Hello everyone, and welcome to Can I Beat Pokemon Scarlet with only Flamigo. We start by catching ourselves a Flamigo. I named her Pinky. She's terrifying. I feel flying would have been better. Pinky is hardy nature, so neutral stat gains, and has the Scrappy ability. Scrappy allows Pinky's fighting and normal moves hit Ghost, and it nullifies Intimidate. To be honest, that second part sounds like an afterthought. Oh well. Time for the rules. We can only use Flamigo in battle. No items in battle, only held items and items outside of combat are allowed. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. We start the battle against Nemona outside Mesagoza, but as expected, being a flying type, we lose the Palmy. However, also as expected because we're a flying type, we easily sweep through the Bug Gym. For Claw, our first Titan, a single Terra boosted double kick ended phase 1. By the way, we're holding a muscle band for a 10% boost to our physical moves. For phase 2, we only needed 2 double kicks and we were off to the grass gym. Penelope and Smoliv were one shots, but for Sudowoodo, I decided to see how much double kick would do. Terraslicing also made Sudowoodo's rock slide resisted. However, Wing Attack quickly finished off Sudowoodo. Next up was the Team Star Dark base. But Ponder was a one-shot and the Starmobile went down to 3 double kicks. Let's go try Bombardier. Flying does not resist flying, so Bombardier's wing attack did big damage, but it actually went down to 2 double kicks. For phase 2, Bombardier only used Torment, so it went down in 2 turns with Knockley getting the killing blow with Smackdown. For our next destination, I decided on the Team Star Fire base, but we need to make a trip up north first to pick up the TM for Liquidation. However, Liquidation did less than expected, so I decided to head towards the Electric Gym. But first was a battle with Nemona. Her team was an easy sweep due to how over-leveled we were. Iona, though, was not quite as easy. But as I was grinding levels, I got an idea. Bulk up. However, the easiest location for the TM was in Alfornada. So I made my way there and picked up the TM, which was located behind the gym building. Maybe now we can meet Mela. We start by setting up bulk ups. The defense boost and leftovers were minimalizing Flamigo's damage, but then Torkoal used Clear Smog to erase our boost. We got 1 bulk up before taking Torkoal to half health with Liquidation. The harsh sunlight then ended, but we were at half health. Thankfully, we had Roost. 1 more Liquidation took out Torkoal. Last was Mela's Starmobile. We start going for bulk ups again, but the Starmobile was spamming Screech. At plus 3 attack, the Starmobile was a 2-hit KO. Let's go retry Iona. We started by setting up 2 bulk ups against Wattrel, who went down to a crit Liquidation. We then switched to double kick, which swept through the rest of Iona's team. Next up was Earthworm. 2 double kicks ended phase 1. We forgot to go to the Poke Center, so for Earthworm, we couldn't terrestrialize, but it didn't matter. After 2 bulk ups, 2 double kicks ended phase 2. Back to the gyms, starting with the water gym. Payback did less than expected against Veluza, so we started setting up bulk ups. We got 2 bulk ups before Veluza had taken us to below half health. We went for Roost before taking out Veluza with double kick. Volturi was a one shot, but Gui lowered our speed. Last was Carbonable, who went down to 2 double kicks. Next up was the normal gym. We set up 2 bulk ups against Kamala as it went for Yawn and Slam. We had Chesto Berry, so we never fell asleep. Double kick then proceeded to one-shot Larry's whole team. With our 5th badge acquired, it's time for a Nemona battle. Liquidation only did half of Lycanroc's health, so he went for 1 bulk up before taking out Lycanroc with double kick. We then leveled up and learned Air Slash. I didn't pay attention to the fact Air Slash was special, so we used it against Gumi, who survived a crit, and hit us with Dragon Pulse. We healed the Roost before going for double kick. For Pomo, we had gone for Air Slash, but it only did half Pomo's health. We then got paralyzed by Spark, which led to our defeat. But that doesn't matter much, as we take on our next target, Great Tusk. Great Tusk outsped Pinky, so we went for 2 bulk ups to raise our defense before going for Air Slash. Great Tusk has 131 base defense versus 53 base special defense, so 3 Air Slashes ended phase 1. For phase 2, We set up our two bulk ups, as Arvin Scovillain attacks with Razor Leaf. Great Tusk then took out Scovillain with Brick Break. 4 air slashes to finish off Great Tusk. Let's go back east and take on the Team Star Poison Base. Skunk Tank went for Toxic first turn, as we set up bulk up, but we had a Pecha Berry. Mega Kick one-shot Skunk Tank. We go for 2 more bulk ups against Muk before taking it out. We set up a 4th bulk up against Reverum, but it survived Mega Kick. It then poisoned us with Sludge. It went down to Double Kick. Last was Atticus' Starmobile. Mega Kick took the Starmobile to below half health, but we missed our second and last Mega Kick. Noxus Torque by itself was not doing much damage, but combined with the poison, we had to go for Roost. 2 double kicks took out the Starmobile. For the next gym, I thought about the Psychic Gym, but we couldn't even get past the gym test. This Indeedee in particular was proven to be a challenge. So I decided to actually go take on the Ice Gym. We started by terrestrializing and going for agility. Being pure fighting made Blizzard neutral, but thankfully it missed. We then set up bulk up as Frostmoth used Tailwind. We still outsped, so Frostmoth easily went down to Wing Attack. Bear Neck was a one-shot, so Titan survived on 1 HP and hit us with Ice Spinner. We went for another bulk up before taking out Titan. Last was Altaria, who was a one-shot. With 6 badges now, we had another battle with Nemona. We started by setting up 2 bulk ups and in agility as Lycanroc barely hurt us with Rock Slide. Lycanroc, Sliggoo, and Palmot were all one-shots. Last was Quaquaval, who took 2 low sweeps. Time for the Ghost Gym, but before challenging the gym, I made sure to get Pinky up to level 48 in order to learn Throw Chop. The battle started with us setting up a bulk up, as Banette hit us hard with Icy Wind. Banette went down next turn to low sweep. Houndstone and Toxicity were one-shots, and last was Mimikyu, who took 2 Throw Chops because of Disguise. Finally, it's time to retry the Psychic Gym. Throw Chop was a lifesaver against the trainers in the gym test, and we were quickly onto challenging Tulip. We started by setting up bulk up, but then Fergaraf said Reflect. We went for 2 more bulk ups, and Agility and Roost, while Fergaraf kept doing between 40 to 50 HP damage with Zen Headbutt. However, the Reflect finally wore off. Tulip's entire team were one-shots. With the gyms done, time to battle Dondozo. We went for bulk up first turn, but then Dondozo's Water Pulse took us to almost half health. 2 low kicks took out Dondozo. Low kick's power depends on the target's weight, and with Dondozo weighing at a whopping 485 pounds or 220 kilograms, low kick has 120 base power. For phase 2, Dondozo still went down in only 2 turns. For Tatsugiri though, we immediately terrestrialized as we set up bulk up, in order to neutralize Icy Wind. We then did big damage with Brave Bird, which we had to learn for this fight. Gradient was doing good damage, but we still needed to heal, so I went for Roost. 1 more Brave Bird took out Tatsugiri. All we had left were the Team Star bases. I decided to start with the Fighting base. Against Toxicroak, we set up a bulk up, but then we got poisoned. We had a Pecha Berry, but it sucks that it happened turn 1. We went for Agility, before taking out Toxicroak with Wing Attack. We then went for Roost. We also terrestrialized because Annihilate had Ice Punch. We set up 2 more bulk ups as Annihilate took us to red health for close combat. We healed up with Roost before finally taking out Annihilate. Hasemi and Lucario were one-shots, and last was Aries Starmobile, who went down to 2 wing attacks. Our last Team Star base was the Fairy base. This one was a little weird. We started by setting a bulk up, as Azumarill tried to use Charm, twice, but both times failed because we had the Clear Amulet, which prevented stats from being lowered. We had gotten to 3 bulk ups and 1 agility, but we were also at 64 HP from 2 play roughs. We healed up with Roost and squeezed in 1 more bulk up before attacking. Azumarill, Wigglytuff, and Dashbun were all one-shots. Ortega's Starmobile, however, required 3 wing attacks. It's time for the Elite Four. Rika started with Wishcash, which was an unexpected threat. Wishcash knew Future Sight, which could easily take us out. So we had to one-shot it with Terra Boosted Close Combat. Cameron was an easy one-shot with liquidation. Donphan though had sturdy, but we needed to set up against it. We were at 18 HP after 2 earthquakes, but we had gotten off 2 bulk ups. We went for a couple roost before going for a 3rd bulk up. Donphan then for some reason went for Ironhead. We went for one last roost before taking out Donphan with 2 liquidations. Ductria and Clotsire were one-shots and were on to Poppy. This battle made me really start to regret our Terra typing. For starters, Caparaja had Play Rough, Corviknight had Brave Bird, and Broaddog had Zen Headbutt. While I grinded for some levels, I came up with a strategy. We set up bulk up as Caparaja's Play Rough did 112 HP damage. Thankfully we had leftovers. Terra boosted Low Kick one-shot Caparaja. Close Combat took out Corviknight, and Low Kick took out Bronzong. Magnezone took 2 Low Kicks because of sturdy, and last was Tinkaton. Tinkaton's Play Rough did 114 HP damage, but thankfully was a one-shot. Our saving grace was that Terastallizing had gotten rid of Tinkaton's sand-type attack bonus. Otherwise, we could have gone down. Next up was Larry, and this was the battle where I finally decided I could not go further using a fighting Terra type. Between Air Slash and Altaria's Moonblast, it was too much, so I had to make a trip to Medali. In the Treasure Eatery after beating Larry, the chef can change Terra types, and she gives us 1 free normal Terra type change. This was what we needed. It still took a few tries, but eventually we got this run against Larry. Against Tropius, we went for agility first turn, in order to outspeed Tropius' Chlorophyll after it set up the sun. We then set up bulk up, as Tropius hit us with Solar Beam. Brave Bird one-shot Tropius. Meg Kick then one-shot Staraptor. We were holding the Wildlands for a 15% boost to our accuracy, by the way. That made Mega Kick 90% accurate versus 75%. Mega Kick one-shot the rest of Larry's team, and we were on to Hassel, the last Elite Four member. Getting past Norvern and Dragalge were probably the biggest issues. More Norvern though, because Dragalge's issue was its Poison Point ability. To get past Norvern, we first had to outspeed it. On the first turn of the battle, Norvern thinks Flamigo is fighting type, so it will go for Air Slash, which happened to miss, giving us a free agility. We then set up bulk up, as Norvern missed its Super Fang. What are the odds? We'd set up 3 bulk ups, but we were at 48 HP. Terra Blast one-shots Norvern, Dragalge, and Flapple. For Haxorus, we set up a 4th bulk up, as we got hit with Dragon Claw. This bulk up was important, because while a +3 in attack could take out Haxorus, we needed a +4 in attack to take out Excalibur. Finally, it's time for Gita. We started by instantly going for Throat Chop, which one-shot Espathra. We went for bulk up against Avalugg, as it used a less than impressive Avalanche. We then set up another bulk up, as Avalugg took us to yellow health with Body Press. Close Combat one-shot Avalugg, Kingambit, and Go-Go. We went for Throat Chop against Veluza, and lost was Glamora, who went down to Close Combat. Next up was our final Nemona battle. This took some luck. Lycanroc likes to use Stone Edge, which had an increased crit rate. Palmot having Electric and Fighting Moves didn't help either. During this one run, Lycanroc missed its Stone Edge, allowing us to get a free agility. We then set up 2 bulk ups. Lycanroc thankfully not getting any crits. Close Combat took out all of Nemona's team until Quackball, who went down to Mega Kick. Getting Mega Kick to land was also luck, because we needed Pinky to be holding leftovers to help outlive Stone Edge. That's 1 story done, 2 to go. Next up was Director Clavel, and unlike Nemona who acquired luck, Clavel was more of a defensive wall in comparison. I needed to upgrade my arsenal, so I went and got the TM for Swords Dance. When we started the battle, for some reason, Oranguru went for Reflect first turn, and then went for Yawn second turn. We had a Lumberry to negate sleep, but for going Yawn second turn, allowed us to set up 3 Swords Dances. Clavel's team were all one-shots into Skeledirge, who survived Throat Chop on a Sliver, but it only used Shadow Ball, so it went down next turn. Time for Penny. Umbreon started with Baby Doll Eyes, as we set up Swords Dance, but it only used it that 1 turn, so with +5 attack, we proceeded to one-shot her whole team. Last up was Arven. We set up 2 sword stances and agility against Greedent, but we were in red health from Psychic Fang. Close combat one-shot Greedent, Scovillain, and Garganacl. We only had 5 close combats, so we had to use Brave Bird against Toadscroll. The recoil leaving us at 28 HP. We then went back to one-shotting the rest of Arvin's team with close combat. Now, with all the stories done, it's time to go to Area 0, where we hit the battle an AI clone of Professor Zada. We start with Bulk Up, as Slithering lowered our speed with Low Sweep. Slithering then started going for Zen Headbutt, but our defense boost plus leftovers were proving it to be less than effective. With 3 Bulk Ups and Agility, we finally took out Slithering Wing Attack. Against Screamtail, we set up another Bulk Up, but at +4 attack, Screamtail survived Wing Attack. It went down next turn. We then set up a 5th Bulk Up before one-shotting Brute Bonnet. Terra Blast one-shot the rest of Sada's team. We beat Pokemon Scarlet with only Flamigo. Oh, and we also beat Sada's Karana with our own Karana. Thank you all for watching, and if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.